Everyone. This is the demo for the CRM and project management system that we have created. So you are right now logged into an administrator panel. So you can see you have on your dashboard how much invoices are waiting, converted leads, project in progress, task not finished, all the statistics right in front of you just here. So you actually don't have to go anywhere to you know uh, look into the piece of information you need to make decisions. Now let's start with the setup section, because that's the first thing you do when you get the system installed. When you click on the setup section, you have many utilities here. So let's start with the staff. So once you click on the staff, you actually can add a staff here. uh, when you add a staff, you can add the profile picture, first name, last name, different bits of things, and the permissions. And you can see that we have created permissions for each and every section of the system, which has 5 different aspects: view, view own, create, edit, and delete. And every section has their own explanation, and then you can save it, which is pretty straightforward. Now let's move to the next section. Obviously, this staff section, you have the search option here and the paging stuff, and you can obviously filter it with the names and other bits. Now let's go to the customer section. Customer section, in terms of setup, you just have the groups. So once you created a group in the customer section, that will reflect in your CRM or product management system. In terms of support, you have settings for departments. You can add departments here. Predefined replies that you can use for support tickets for predefined questions. Priorities for tickets, you can add priorities like high, medium, low, but it's all editable. Ticket statuses, obviously you can create multiple statuses here and edit them. What kind of services you do in the support section, you can add more services, as many as you want. Plus spam filters, these will help you to filter all the requests which come from bots. Now let's have a look at the lead sections. So if you go into the lead section, this is all we are talking about, the setup section. So don't worry, I'm going to show you the real lead section later on. So you can actually add a source here which will reflect in your leads. Status of the leads, you can add as many status as you want. Email integration, yes, you could do email integration here with any IMAP server. Click it active, and then all of your emails will be sent from that email server you have specified. Web to lead, this is one of the most wanted feature in our system, where you can actually create a form, define a form name, use a Google reCAPTCHA, define a language, rename your submit button, message show after the successfully submitted. You can actually select the source which you have created in the section, status for that, new or done or customer responsible. You can select the name of the person who is responsible for that particular source or status, and notify when the lead is imported. Now you can actually select the staff members you want to notify via this notify section, specific staff members. Once you save it, you created a form, and then you can add it into any iframe on your website. Pretty cool, isn't it? And the moment a person fills that form, it comes directly into your system. Same way, you have finance section where you can actually create tax rates bands, which is pretty easy. I mean, obviously we have taken care of let me reload it. I think my internet connection has been gone. Let me refresh it. Alright, so you can add as many tax bands that you want, and it will give you tax rate percentage and tax name. Currencies, obviously we have multiple currencies available here. You can add any of them. Payment modes, you can add bank transfers, you can add any other payment mode, and add it here. expenses categories. You can add more categories in expenses. Contracts, contract types you can add. One of the good functionalities I would like to show is the email template. Every single transactional email you send from the system has an email template listed here. So let's say for an example, you have created an invoice and you want to send an invoice to the customer and you want to edit that email template. So I would say that you just come in this particular page where you have the email templates here, and you click on the email, edit email template for send invoice customer. Now we do have created this tag names which you can put in the email body here. So dear customer, first name, last name. We have prepared the invoice for you, invoice number, kind regards, your signature here, and this will help you to send you the invoices to customers. You can also specify from text email and send as a plain text or disable it, and you'll see the help for this. And that's how you edit the email templates. Custom field. This is one of the most fancy feature of the CRM, where you can add any um, uh, custom field in your company section, lease section, contract, expenses, invoices, or even tickets. You add the field name, you actually select the type of it. You can actually select date picker or color picker or hyperlink or text area, whatever you want. You can order it, and you can specify how many columns you need. You need column 1, 2, 3, whatever you want. You can disable it. You can set the visibility for the administrator, disallowed for it, and show on the table whatever you want. So this is like most wanted feature of this CRM. And remember, we are all talking about the setup section right now. Let's go to the roles. When we go to the roles, we will see different roles here, and then each roles has their own permissions. So if I go into a role, I actually can specify all the permissions here for that particular role. Yep. And then you can actually select if you want to update all the permissions for all the staff, if you have any staffs attended that role. That's pretty cool. Menu type, you can actually reassign the menus here. So basically, if you, let's say, want estimation below invoices, you can literally drag it up and replace it inside a submenu. So similar way you can do it with other menus. Setup menus, here you can actually set up menus if you want to create something. Right, I think my internet is troubling a lot. Alright, here we go. So you can actually set up your menus here and see which one is active and non-active and things like that. Alright, theme style. Again, obviously your brand has your theme, so you can select a color here, and that color actually gives you more control. Sidebar menu, submenu, open background color here, and then your customer section color, navigation bar, because you want to make sure your customer has their own customized look and feel. Same way your buttons, your tabs, your model boxes which pop-ups in this design, and other general information with the header and all. So this is pretty cool. In the settings section, you can actually upload your logo, create your company name, your company website. If you want to have right to left in admin area or left right, you can activate it or disable it. Allow file types, you can type here, and there are multiple settings with the settings section in terms of calendar, PDF, front job, system updates, and payment gateways and all. You can add payment gateways like authorize.net, mobile, Braintree, PayPal, Stripe, and checkout. So that's pretty cool, straightforward. Now let's go back to this section where you were before in the dashboard. You have seen the dashboard, so let's have a look in the customer section. So once you click the customer, you can see the customer list here below. You can bulk export them, yeah, and import them. import customers from here, bulk. When you click on the import customer, you'll see this, the way you can import it with a CSV file, and you can download the sample from here. Other than this, you can add a new customer here. To add a customer, you need to add a company here, or you select a company which is already added, and there's a section of billing and shipping. All right, so this is done. That's fine. Let's have a look at the sales section. If you want to create proposals, click on the new proposal, and then you can type all the information here. You add the items here with the descriptions, and you can add the discount, adjustments, taxes, which you can create in the setup section. You can have estimates, invoice, payments, and item in the sales section. Expenses, here you can see all your expenses, record expenses. If you want to add receipts, name it, note for admin expense category, which you can create in the expense section and set up amount and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Contracts, you can create contracts here. You click on the new section, select your customer, start typing, select your customer, subject, contract value, whatever it is, contract type, and start date and date, description, and save, and it will automatically add this contract into customer section. If you want to trash it or hide from customer, there is an option. Project, that is something which is very nice. In the project section, you create the project, and for an example, if you go inside the project, you can create the task. You can see the task here, and then you can see it in the Kanban view. So let me get to the project which has some tasks in it. Alright, okay, in task, and here we go, view Kanban board. So, well, no task here either. Back to the project. Alright, so we do have a task here which is there, so it's completed. So you can literally drag them from one side to another section, and it will update automatically like that. Okay, so that's pretty cool in the project section, and you can add as many tasks as you want. You can allow customer to add task. You can make them public, billable, viewable to customer, and things like that. Okay, now it's really cool because you can collaborate on the task, and if you have a task, you can actually have a start time on it. If you want to have a checklist item, you can add it here and type it like, I want to buy milk, right? And then it will be added. Once it's finished, you can click on that and it will be finished straight away. Assign it to people, right? You can assign the followers to it. You can add comments to it, drop files on it here straight away, and mark it as complete. Once that's done, that will be sent to the complete section. Alright, so in the project section, you have the project overview, you have timesheets for the project, you can have milestones for the project, and you can have files sections for the project where you can actually add the files and discussions. One of the good feature is Gantt chart, so you can actually create your tasks and then see the Gantt chart here with the progress bar, which is quite cool, by project member, status, or milestones. Tickets, yes, you can create tickets here and then get them resolved. Sales section, invoice, estimates, expenses inside the project. Notes for admin or the staff who has access to it. And activity, whatever activity has happened on this particular project will be shown under the activity section. So that's pretty much everything about the project, which I like the most at my side. Let's talk about the task tabs. Okay. In the task section, you can actually create, you can see all the tasks assigned to you, or switch to list, which where all the tasks will be listed as a list, and you can see that. In the support section, if you see all the support tickets created on your front end CRM system will be listed here. Leads, yes, that's one of the good things. So as I mentioned in this setup section, you can create the lead and switch it to Kanban also. And leads has a really good Kanban board where you can see if the lead is new and arrived, it will be shown here as a customer, because I have created a category as customer. But you can say a new here, and then you can create multiple statuses, and then it will be there, and you can just drag them up. Knowledge base, yes, you can create new articles in knowledge base and groups, obviously, in the knowledge base section, which will be reflected in the front end. Utilities, one of my favorite section. Media, here all the medias uploaded on your CRM will be listed here, and you can actually go through them just like a Windows PC. You have, if you want to export PDFs, you can select the section invoices, from date to date, and you can export it. You can do the calendar here, where you will find all the activities with the calendar. So you can select the type, and calendar is. So in the calendar section, you can double click and add an event on your calendar, and with the add date, and you can make it public and all, and it will be displayed like this. Yeah. Goal tracking, yes, you can track your goals if you create them. Surveys, announcements, database backup, activity, ticket pipe log. You can see the ticket pipe log here. Now let's have a look at the report section. In the sales, if you have invoice report, you can have all of them here. Payments received, you can see all of them here. Proposals report, you can see all of them here. So all the functionalities you can see here. Select the time, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months, and if you can select period, where you can select the date where you want to. Right, so this is pretty much it, and I have already explained the setup section. So you see, it's kind of very powerful for a small system like this. It does a lot of work, and it's very good. It has a search where you can search anything, your profile, and you have several languages in it. And you have newsfeed. Yes, how can I forget that? Newsfeed. You can actually see the news from different news channels. Your timesheet, you can see it here. Any messages you received or you want to share here, and any notification you have, it will be shown here. So pretty cool, isn't it? So if you're interested, let me know, and I'll set it up for you. Thank you.